Oh, we're live now, are we, Terry?
Should be, but I shouldn't have pressed it yet. I made a mistake. Oh shit. I've got no way of, unless I go... Oh yeah, I can go there. Right, now I've got that going. I have to turn that down. I was hearing myself, so I must have been coming through the live feed. Okay, so if I put that up, stop share.
What about Surf?
Did Surf find us?
He's in there by himself in Discord.
Sounds awake.
John sent a
And,
link.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Unless you want to go back in there and tell them that you got a link sent to them if they want to join.
Yeah, righto.
Just mute yourself in here and then go out. I can't switch screens. I've got to leave it there. I know we're live, but I can't tell if the YouTube stream's getting sound from anyone else. Only me at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It is, Terry.
Yeah, but what about anyone else?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. Phew, I was worried about that. Because that's the problem we had last night. I was the only one talking.
Gently's hiding out there too.
Okay. Oh, it's just a bit of fun tonight. No real plan. Just here's some sheep for you.
Jose is live.
We're live now.
Jose just went live.
Oh, Diddy went live, and we're going live too. Oh shit.
We're going to take half his crowd.
Yeah, we can take half his crowd. Here we go. We got some sheep.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it?
Bah.
Is it echoey on the outside if you're talking?
Hang on.
I'll play it again.
Not for me.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
Hello, Surf. There you go. There's your icon. Look at that. That come up good, that. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Discord and not giving any DMs sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I asked John to DM you a special DM. Is that how you got it? John sent a DM for you?
I posted it in chat and then deleted it.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get any sound in here, and there was no video in here. I had to watch the live stream.
Oh. Okay.
I've got sound in here.
Wait a minute. I know what the problem. I think I know what the problem was. Oops.
Yeah, it didn't screen share it in here, only out in the
Right.
thing.
So now you've got it,
Yeah.
and I'll try it again. We can listen to the sheep again.
Yeah, it's working now.
Yeah, it's when you guys talk, and in the live stream it sounds okay.
The sheep still a bit low in the live stream too.
The sound.
Yeah.
Low and too.
I don't know how you fix that. I'll turn it up
Tell-
louder. I'll turn it up louder in my live stream and see if that helps. No, that wouldn't help because I'm supposed to have it muted, I think. I'm not sure if I have to have mine muted or not.
No, you shouldn't.
Okay, I'll try again.
Yeah, that's better. It's not as loud as our voices though.
I've got to reboot. I'll be back in a minute.
So your voice, the sound's coming through YouTube, the live stream, and your voices are coming through live stream.
That's correct.
Okay. That's weird. That's not even the same settings we had last night. Oh.
Save it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't save the Windows ones. That's the thing. It just whatever it is, must revert back to something different every time I turn the computer off. Or just changes a part of the settings.
Could you do like a screenshot of it? I'm just thinking like it might be able to, at least to give you something as a point of reference if you ever need it.
Someone's listening to the live stream.
There's a bad echo.
Yeah, that's me, sorry.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just memorizing the usages of what in the Windows settings and which one should be actually the microphone and which one's the defaults. I can remember those basic settings, but voice meter, no, I'm not touching that. So that's set. Because we had you guys coming through OBS different before, so I'm on the YouTube scene now. I'll go back to the Zoom scene, and we'll stop share. Now we're just back into Zoom now, so then you can check to see if the sound's coming through YouTube feed. So there you go.
Yeah, that ding came through.
Okay. Now I can open up without affecting anything because I'm not screen sharing, and I can pick another video if it's posted in they're just memes sort of thing. I can't play memes, they're too short. A video. Have we got any? What have we got here? Nothing in science is all of a sudden. Southern Hemisphere globehead. Carl posted it in share. So, okay. We could probably play that. I don't know who it is. I'll copy it for now. I'll put in homework so I know where it is. So did we cover the Antarctic treaty enough, do you think, last night? Because we weren't going to go through the whole text document, were we?
I think Bob covered it all.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have a look at this. I don't know what this is. Somebody called Southern Hemisphere Globehead. I'm not sure who this is. They've got 40 subs, whoever they are. Oh, we'll give that a play and see what it's all about. YouTube stream. Okay, share. Let me know when you've got it.
Got it.
You got it? Okay. Here we go. We'll see what this is about. Oh, I've had sound.
Hey, how's it going?
I've got no sound for some reason.
I can't mention you by name, but please know that I'm thanking you. Thank you. So by now I'm sure that
Volume's
you've
really
gathered
low,
that
isn't
I'm
it?
not a professional.
On my
I'm
end.
just a normal person who actually understands
What you're doing on your
the chronology
screen,
of what
Terry,
we
you're sharing on
discovered
YouTube.
and
Oh,
how we
is it?
use what
Oh,
we
shit.
know to better understand our world.
Sorry.
As I've been
I'll
gathering
stop
No,
sharing.
I'm just
information
letting you know,
about
mate.
Yeah, I know.
the
These are the
flat
little
earth
things
and
that I
its
forget.
followers, I've made a note of many points that I've wanted to cover, but it
Right.
ended up being too
Okay.
much to cover in one
I'll go back to
video,
seeing. I'll go
so I
back to
decided to
Zoom.
divide it into parts.
That way you're not seeing it.
But right now I'm not sure how many parts there will
Because the
end up
volume's really
being.
low on my
We'll
end.
see how it goes.
I don't know how to turn the volume up.
I decided to start at the beginning. In this video, I just want to cover a few people who made it impossible to ignore the facts of our surroundings. Although there were people
Yeah, I'm
prior
not getting
to
it
him,
coming through
the
voice
first
meter
person
like
I
it
want to
usually
talk
does, so
about
that's why
is
I'm wondering
Pythagoras. The Greeks are renowned
setting
for
I've
their
missed out on.
mathematics. Most of the people I'm going to mention were mathematicians and astronomers. They are the ones who started understanding that maths can be a very important tool for figuring things out. Pythagoras was one of the first people to put forth that the earth is a sphere. But of course, we better know him for his theorem, which is, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. And now, in today's maths and physics, we know that calculating triangles helps us calculate lots and lots of other things. So he was an integral part of grasping and understanding and using maths. He was also able to influence other
I'm
people
not
into
sure
thinking that the earth is a sphere. And one of those people was Aristotle, although all these people still maintained that the earth was the center of everything. Next, we have somebody called Aristarchus, who also held the notion that the earth is a sphere, with the notion that the Earth is the center of everything, although I couldn't find out exactly what he did to show that the Earth is a sphere. Now we come
No,
to
I
the
can't help you out.
main guy. The guy that even had the foresight to calculate the circumference of the Earth. And that guy was Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes. It was a basic, simple observation which he made. He realized that on the solstice, the sun was directly above his head, but it wasn't directly above his friend's head a couple of 100 kilometers away. So they did the calculations and he came up with the number 25,000 miles. And today we know that he wasn't
And I've
far
got the
off.
volume all the way up on the
We
video.
got the number
so
24,901
soft.
miles. And I'm sure that Eratosthenes would have been very happy to know that he wasn't off by much. That
Is it soft or
was
Terry?
240 BC.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure that one out.
And in 240 BC, no one was
I'll
really
stop that
interested in investigating.
It might be just the video. I don't know. Shit. We'll just try another video. That's no good. That's no good. I don't know, Mr. Sensible's got something here. We'll try it with him.
Today, I thought.
Yeah, that's not on the same setting as what I had it on the
Life
other day.
Exorcists. There is apparently a movement in America, and maybe around the world, I don't know,
You guys hear
called
that?
the Deliverance Ministry,
Yep.
where you can go and get yourself delivered.
Yeah, it came through well through the YouTube too.
Oh, I came through YouTube? Well, that's good.
Yep. I think it was that video.
Yeah, it might have been that video that wasn't as good. Okay. We'll try Mr. Sensible. I think you've got everything on your end. I'll try. That's it. Pardon? Did somebody speak?
I just said that's probably a bit loud.
Yeah, it's jumping
Is
all
it?
over the place.
Wow.
Just leave it like that. I'll adjust my end, I think.
Well, I can turn the volume down on the actual video.
It sounds pretty nice on YouTube though, Terry.
Yeah, that's the main thing. As long as it's coming through YouTube, okay. Yeah, I'm coming through the same mic. That's the only problem. And I didn't touch the settings in voice meter. Anyway, I'll play again. I'll leave the hand thing going so that way people can. Where is that? Oh shit! I can't have that. I can't have the hand thing going while I've got that going now. Wait a minute.
Hello, everyone.
Oh shit! Tuna.
She's never got to behave. Shh.
got to behave now. That's it. Right, now I can see the hand thing. So I'll go to share. That one. Yep, I've still got the thing. Alright, try that.
Hello and once again, welcome back to this channel. I am Mr. Sensible. Today, I thought I'd look at something a little different. Rather than just the straight sort of flat earth and that sort of conspiracy. Today, we're going to look at real life exorcists. There is apparently a movement in America, and maybe around the world, I don't know, called...
Pardon? It's good through YouTube.
Yeah, works well.
Okay.
The Deliverance Ministry, where you can go and get yourself delivered of your demons.
Yes, it works well
So,
through YouTube.
Without wasting any more time, let's get straight to it. We'll be starting with a news report from ABC News. Okay, let's find out about these modern day exorcisms. And Reverend Bob Larson.
We are back now with those real-life Charlie's Angels, young women who believe they are fighting real demons by performing exorcisms. They're actually graduates of an exorcism school run by a Texas preacher, one of a growing number of, quote, deliverance ministries that are causing controversy in many parts of the country.
I'm not surprised it's causing controversy.
ABC's Dan Harris brings us a story.
They're black belts in karate, they're ace horseback riders, and they're also demon fighters.
Wow, real life buffies.
We're just normal girls who do something extraordinary for God.
The leader of the pack, Bryn. They call her the Enforcer. She's 17, homeschooled, and a regular on the beauty pageant circuit.
Homeschooled? Why am I not surprised? But I am glad that she's a regular on the beauty pageant circuit. That fills me with a lot of confidence. What about the second one?
Then there's Savannah, the compassionate one. She's 20, a college student, and she likes to shop.
Someone who's an expert in shopping. That's going to come really handy when casting out demons.
And finally, Tess, the middleman, because she can do both good cop and bad cop. She's 17 and she performs in musicals.
Well, you probably need someone who can sing well. It sounds like they're fully skilled. Tell us about them.
What do you say to people who just don't believe this stuff at all?
After seeing an actual exorcism in person led by us, you will walk away with no doubts whatsoever.
Their teacher is Bryn's father, Bob Larson.
Homeschooled by a pastor and becomes an exorcist. Can nobody see the danger in this?
Who says he's been an exorcist for 30 years and claims demons are much more common than many people think.
I know it sounds controversial, but maybe half the population.
Of the world?
Yes.
What? So, 50% of you, my viewers and subscribers, are apparently possessed by demons. Wow. Wow.
This woman's name is Gina. It's her first exorcism. The girls summon the demon within her, and then the demon apparently takes over Gina's body and speaks.
But isn't it possible that if people are coming to you and they happen to be mentally ill and you are giving them an exorcism, that maybe you're making them worse?
No.
No, it's not possible. That lady, or that demon who was speaking, sounded suspiciously just like the lady's voice. But you're sure that you're not taking advantage of their mental health? Why?
We do this under Dad's supervision. We never do it alone.
So the God that's never been proven, never been shown, he's watching over and make sure that you do these exorcisms properly. Has he ever stepped in and said, whoa, 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 do that a bit differently? Or is this all in your head?
But her dad, Bob Larson, has been accused of being a fraud.
Well, there's a surprise.
The argument, I would imagine, is this guy's taking money from people who really need psychiatric help, and he's charging them money to perform these bogus...
Well, now, wait a minute. You're paid handsomely. So is anybody who has a responsible position in the public eye.
But I don't think you do have a responsible position in the public eye. Of course you're going to have to earn some money to live. Does your church not support you via donations? I'm sure that there must be lots of members who appreciate your work. But instead you have to make bucket loads of cash. Maybe it's what God wants. Who am I to say?
And we have to fund what we do.
Whatever you think of what Bob Larson and his young proteges are doing,
see, I believe in one God.
We may be about to see much more of them. Larson says he's currently weighing several offers for new reality shows starring the girls.
Well, there's a surprise. God bless the almighty dollar.
For Good Morning America, Dan Harris, ABC News, Phoenix.
Should have seen that one coming, and you can find a lot more about this tonight on Nightline.
I think I did see that one coming. Anyway, this Reverend Bob Larson has a website. Let's have a quick look at it. Bob Larson, the real exorcist. And the first thing, support the worldwide outreach of this ministry. Click here to make your tax-deductible donation online. So, most important, money. Let's have a quick look down. This is the reason we're expanding, to raise up a generation of warriors for Christ. New offices now open. Wow. Oh dear. Your gift will be the difference. $5,500, $150. And if you're tight, just $50. That'll do. Carrying on down. What else have we got? Ooh. Do you have a demon? Taking the demon test may be the most important spiritual decision of your life. Oh, sorry, that you can make. This test is a result of more than 40 years of research and thousands of hours in personal ministry with troubled souls. We'll have a look at this demon test in a minute. See how I get on. We got an international school of exorcism. Now, it might be that you can't really afford this, but that's okay. If money's an issue, put it on payments with PayPal Bill Me Later. So no free courses to support people who need this important work but can't afford it. And it's now available in Russian. Wow. And what do we find here? You can have it for Russian-speaking people for only $300. Let's have a look at another page on this site. Do you need help? Well, you can have a personal spiritual encounter with Mr. Larson. Sounds good. In person, $595 for 1 hour. But there's a discount. It's only $495. If it's at the Center for Spiritual Freedom in Phoenix. In-person marriage encounter, $1,095 for 2 hours. $895 discounted. Oh, I love this. Don't say I do until you've gone through Bob Larson's pre-marital encounter. I never did that. I've been married for 27 years. I wonder if I chose the wrong person. Although I must admit, maybe Bob could have steered me clear of the rather scary Mrs. Sensible. Never mind, let's carry on. What else have we got down here? A Skype encounter. $395 for 50 minutes. Phone, $295. for 50 minutes.
No audio in Zoom.
I'm not. Well, yeah, you've got to earn some money.
Yeah, can't hear it.
Bobby boy.
Harry, hear us?
Hey, you're not Knobman Bob, are
Harry.
you? Who keeps commenting on my videos.
You're muted,
It seems like
Harry.
rather a lot of money. Let's find out a bit about this International School of Exorcism. I'm so glad you're interested in learning more about the School of Exorcism. The curricula is brand new. Wow. You'll receive fresh insight into ways to protect yourself. That sounds good. You'll discover more about the destiny of your life to walk in blessing and favour with the Lord. That's nice. Whether you are a pastor.
I see somebody got a hand up. And I have to unmute myself.
Yes, yes you do.
I'm trying to say yes. Speak.
I didn't say you were muted.
There's no sound. No sound in Zoom.
No sound in Zoom.
Yeah, it just cut out.
Oh no.
What did you click?
Because I muted myself. Oh shit! That means I can't mute myself. Okay.
That shouldn't be right.
It's just the way. Yeah, I know. It's the setting. It's to do with the settings.
It's because you're using a virtual cable to feed it back into your mic audio.
Oh,
So because you're doing that, Terry, if you mute yourself, it will mute the rest of the stream going back out on you.
Yeah, because it's not running the way it's supposed to. The video's meant to be running separate on voice meter, but it's not at the moment. So I can't. I'm not touching that. Oh well. Nothing else about the video though, or we just finished listening to it.
Yeah, there you go, I suppose.
Priest, teacher, preacher, Christian leader, or concerned layperson, the principals of the school will inform your life for... What's this? Personal enrichment. Well, it must work, Bob, because you seem to be quite personally enriched, don't you? What's that you've got? A Bible and a cross. You're selling them? Oh, let's have a look. Handheld Cross of Deliverance, yours for the bargain price of 100 shiny new dollars.
Is that American or
the Cross of Deliverance has become an icon representing the exorcism and deliverance ministry of Pastor Bob Larson and his scores of Do What Jesus Did teams worldwide. Thankfully, each cross has been anointed and prayed over personally by Bob. I think perhaps you should charge a little more, Bob. Especially when we see that it's hand polished. You need a hand polished cross if you're going to fight demons.
It's been polished by hand, yeah.
Good man, Bob. Anyway, how about this demon test? I think it's about time I took it and find out if I need Bob's services. That didn't sound right, did it? Okay, demon test. Taking a demon test may be the most important spiritual decision you'll ever make. Wow. 40 years of research. If you're concerned about your test score, we highly recommend you schedule a personal spiritual encounter with Bob Larson. I bet you do at $595 an hour or whatever it was. In 1 hour, you can begin living the life you've always wanted. And Bob's bank account goes up a little. Honestly. Anyway, how about this test? The demon test is a deductible donation of $9.95. Takes you to PayPal. I can pay PayPal or a major credit card. I don't think so, Bob. Pastor Bob Larson. Larceny. Theft of personal property. Yeah. Pastor Bob Larceny. I think it probably fits you a little better. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I thought it made a nice change. But please let me know in the comments if you prefer if I stick just to sort of flat earth and that sort of area, or if I continue to delve into other rabbit holes. Once again, I appreciate you all joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit mini-me down in the corner. I appreciate all the views, all the likes, all the comments, which I do try and read. Thank you for those who have subscribed. And my special thanks go to my Patreons. Even if I did spell the name of Mr. Kelly incorrectly, I am deeply sorry, sir. If you haven't already, don't forget the Conspiratard Cheese Awards. You can watch the nomination show. The link is up here somewhere. Voting is still open until the end of the month, and then early next month we'll have the awards show itself with a secret special guest. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, and remember, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.
Ah, well. There's all sorts of crazies out there, I tell you. Oh, did I? Oh, shit. How do I do that now? Where's your shortcut keys when you need them? Well, that was about all the last ones I had in for homework. John put one up. Right side up. 2 more signs in the sky of false prophets. Yeah, John. We'll play that one for you. I've got no idea what it is. So, from right side up. Signs in the sky or deceptions from false prophets. Reports of 2 moons in the sky have been the topic on the lips of speakers of doom. I don't know if he spelt that wrong. Come with me on a journey of truth as I take a look at 2 moon phenomenon with my own video footage that captures everything you need to know. Oh, interesting.
Exciting.
Here we go. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, I forgot something. Sorry. What's that? Shit. I think I got it all.
Again the next year to repeat the same narrative. As long as you're buying, then they're selling. I'm referring to the false prophets who ultimately lead you on a journey to despair, unable to answer your questions and clouding the waters so as to keep you blinded. Well, you found this video because it is your fate. It is a step on the path to your destiny. You found this video because you want answers. You want the truth, and this is your calling into crystal clear waters to be part of the flow. Now, if you are of a religious persuasion of any sort, then you know that the Lord works in mysterious ways. So if you want to know all about the second moon, where to look, and how to capture it on video, then stick around, because as far as two moons goes, I am the light, I am the truth, and I am the way. My name's Kevo, and you are about to get right side up. Over the last couple of years or so, there's been an occasional report or two of sightings of a second moon. Now, just to clarify, I am not talking about Cruithne, which is sometimes called the Earth's second moon, even though it is really an asteroid, which doesn't actually orbit the Earth. And because of its size and its closest approach to the Earth, it would require a viewing apparatus with a capability somewhat greater than a smartphone camera in order to capture. No, it's not that one. The second moon that I am talking about is the one that looks identical to our own moon. The one that shows up uninvited and leaves the observer apparently dumbstruck and in awe.
Oh Lord, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming!
The object that no instrument can track. Now, just quickly before we get into it, I sincerely hope that you enjoy this video and that it helps you in some way. Just know that this is your opportunity to be a conduit and keep the flow going. Give this video a thumbs up and share it wherever the light needs to be shone. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell to receive a notification each and every time I upload. Okay, here we go. Searching YouTube and you will find plenty of examples of this mysterious second moon. But after viewing some of these, you will soon find that none are able, or should I say willing, to give you any solid information regarding this second moon. There's plenty of speculation for you to immerse yourself in, so now it is time for you to drink from the cup that runneth over with the knowledge of truth. Now, I can confirm that these sightings are indeed real captures of this second moon phenomenon. In other words, there is no video or image manipulation involved. I say this with authority because I too have captured the same second moon, which is seen in these still shots taken from one of my own videos. This is the same second moon as before. The difference with my footage is that I will use it to show you the truth. Now, before I show you how to conjure up this magical moon at will, I would first like to direct your attention to this video so as to gain some understanding into the workings of a lens array. This example is done using the sun, but the same principles apply when the subject is the moon, or any other light for that matter. Armed with this knowledge, you are now ready to be enlightened by the truth, and that truth can be seen by watching this sped up loop of my video observation. As you watch this, I'll explain what is happening. You can see that this is the moon in my viewing field, and it remains in view at all times. Despite from going in and out of focus, it is obvious that this is the moon. As I zoom out, the focus needs adjusting to bring about a clear image, but instead of focusing out to the moon, I bring the focus in until it picks up the reflected image of the moon on this particular layer within the lens system. Have a quick look at this example of the multiple layers that can exist within your camera's view.
That's not me speeding it up, that's the video.
In my video and these other two moon videos, we see that the moon is only reflecting to one layer. That is due to the intensity of the light source. Going a step further, and you can see that as I move my camera around, the position of the second moon changes. And just to confirm this is a reflection of the moon, we will match up the dark patches. Now, as this knowledge flows through me and into those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, I feel that it is my duty to guide you towards even further understanding by showing you these truth-divulging techniques to successfully capture images of the second moon or any other celestial body that might happen to be lurking in a corner of our solar system.
Lurking?
Watch this video and apply the learnings to your planetary happy snaps That way, you will be certain to know the truth. Well guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and remember to search with an open mind, share what you find, and together, let's get everyone right side up.
I thought we'd gone through enough of the flat earthers looking at moons and suns and everything. They still having a problem with that.
Mine's naked in the chat.
Someone's naked in the chat. Oh no, we can't have naked people running around.
That's just rude.
That's just totally rude.
Juno, put some clothes on.
No, no one's naked in here by the look. Oh no, yeah, Juno's naked again. Did you forget to put your towel around you?
And the conspiracy.
And the conspiracy. You can't have naked people running around. Put some clothes on. No, I want to be naked. Okay, I'll be naked then. See if we care. He wants to be naked. Oh, you don't get a say in the matter.
I think that half your problems would be fixed if you had a headset instead of mic and headphones.
Half me problems? Only half?
Because you don't have to meet yourself anywhere, you're just on the side with the headset.
Juno's got clothes on now.
Oh, well, towel's better than nothing.
I fixed it.
You fixed it. You fixed it. You fixed it.
Fixed it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how you can smile for that long.
I can't. It's a photo of Terry.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
Therapies to try to solve cancer. Well, Stacey, as a parent and also a Victorian, thank you so much for all the work that you and your team do, not only for my room, but for all children who are suffering and unwell. So thank you.
Mute.
That's Peter.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Peter.
Yeah.
Somebody's playing something.
Sorry.
I seen Peter's mic moving.
Probably.
Ah, we got anyone left? In... who else has been posting? Well, I'm only going through the homework folder in Discord, so I can't go back any further. Mr. Sensible catches hidden planets again caught on camera, but that's what we just basically did. Juno put up something about fake Australian history ready for settlers and mud flood. Now, did we watch that one at all before?
I think that one needed editing down because it's so long.
Oh, was it? Oh, bugger.
And I think I promised to do that for you and forgot.
Oh, that's okay. I'll let you off. Go in the naughty corner.
If it was me, you would have taken my spanner away.
I got one here for you to ponder over that I've had floating around. I won't well, I'll fix the audio up first.
And yet it is part of...
I found it on an ABC news site. Okay, we'll share that. Is somebody typing or sending Morse code?
Any Morse code.
Okay. It said, "Help! I've been captured by armed penguins."
No, aliens.
Oh, aliens. Okay. This was something back in '63 that a so-called person of notoriety or whatever the word is was meant to be, and for the life of me I can't find any information about this person. I've looked through. If anyone else can find any information, good luck to him, but I can't find anything more about him, like to who he actually was. So I'll share this. Oops, not that. Why's that come up? Oh, I forgot to press that one. Sorry. Okay, I'll play that. And it's coming through YouTube, okay, guys? The sound? It's the main thing.
You see, as the sea, Mr. Sanders, so calm and apparently unchanging, and yet it is part of my new conception about the nature of the world at this same sea. Many times in the past history of our Earth has rolled over the surfaces of the land masses, sweeping away all life and vegetation, and eventually turning again to its former bed.
This is the part of the biblical theory of the flood and the theory of people of other races.
Oh yes, this actual event, the last one, is recorded in all the sacred scriptures of all the old civilizations, from the Hindus to the Bible.
Mr. Foster, before we go on with that, you've made a number of predictions, scientific predictions, which you claim have come true. Now, what are those predictions, and how do you make this claim?
Well, they are all based on the new notion that the physical invariance principles of contemporary science are invalid. And I stated this first in a manuscript reviewed in Australia in 1954. And the validity of this statement was confirmed finally last year at Princeton, when the principle of time reversal invariance was found to be invalid.
Well, who accepts the fact that you have made these predictions accurately?
Well, the facts as such are undeniable and must be accepted because they're documented. And it was accepted at such at Oxford, at the Tasmanian University, and also at the National University. The facts as such are accepted, but the explanations and the new views as yet are not.
Do you mean to say that you reject all the basic principles of science established since Aristotle's day?
No, it does not mean that. I state and maintain that those concepts and interpretations of science, which are still based today on Aristotelian logic, have a certain purpose, but that is defined by a statement as that a spade is a spade or a fine chisel is a fine chisel. But these concepts are inadequate for a complete understanding of the real nature of the world.
How is it possible, Mr. Foster, that you as an individual can work out these theories when all the other established scientists have computers and all the money of governments behind them, and yet they apparently can't?
Well, I do not claim at all that it is due to my own intellect or to my own penetration. I have been deeply interested from early youth in the real nature of the world, and I held my own views and ideas. But many years ago, about 14 years ago, when I was challenging one of the fundamental conventional principles of science, I had a definite inspiration, not knowledge as such, but an indication and a guidance which I followed and which I worked very hard and to evolve into a new structure of understanding.
Inspirations are related to thoughts of genius. Do you think or consider yourself to be a genius?
No. I consider myself to be an ordinary, humble person who wants to serve mankind with what man has striven for from the beginning of consciousness, with truth and understanding of the world.
Well, now, one thing, you have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you're proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is less, far less, than is currently assumed. It's in a different state of energy, and it has far less mass. That means there is no more explanation for the tides. If the moon, for example, had only 1,000th part of its current mass, then the tides would only be 2 inches high under conventional theories instead of sometimes 14 feet. And that means that if it is proved that the moon is a plasma, then all gravitational theories are out, and a new concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to be evolved.
Aren't you being a bit adventurous, though, because you know that we're going to be able to test out your theories on the moon fairly soon?
Well, not anymore. 11 years ago, of course, it was rather taking a risk. I was considered a lunatic, of course, but by now the evidence, accumulated evidence, is already so much in my favor that I'm not taking any risks anymore. On the contrary, there is scientific views expressed all over the world now that the moon seems to be of a quite different nature of what was assumed.
But the Americans and Russians are thinking of landing men on it.
Well, that will never happen. Not on the moon. On Mars, on Venus, on other planets, yes, but the moon is definitely, as I assert, a plasma.
Isn't there a slight contradiction? You mentioned the moon and the tides, Mr. Foster, and at the earlier part of the interview you talked about the tides sweeping over the Earth.
Well, there is no contradiction there, because once the moon is proven not to be a piece of rock, but something of far less mass, and the gravitational theories are out and discarded, new concepts have to be involved which will show that the lawfulness of nature in the cosmos is identical to that in a hydrogen atom or in atomic processes. And when this is understood and worked out in full, it will be found that the physical processes of the Earth are quite different in geophysics of what is at present assumed, and that lawfully in certain periods, mostly during the ice ages, which occur every 200 million years, and there is a reason for that, the axis of the Earth suddenly tilts over. And when this happens, then you get the floods of the Bible which were recorded before. The tides, the ordinary everyday tides, have an explanation, even if the moon had almost no mass at all, because they are field effects. They're induced by cosmic pressures which exist in the field of our solar system.
What's the benefit to mankind in your theories?
Well, the first one, and the most important I would briefly put down, is this. I think it is a new conception about the nature of the cosmic world and about the nature and the veracity of consciousness, conscience, of morality. At present we have a glaring contradiction in the assertions of fundamental science. Scientists assert that they are completely uninhibited in their pursuit of truth, that they're completely uninhibited in their pronouncements, and that they produce for mankind, out of their knowledge or understanding, means which man can use according to his moral nature. So if the scientist produces a television set or a jet car, jet motor car, or a hydrogen bomb, it is up to the common man then to use it in a manner which he finds according to his human nature. Yet, the very same processes or dialectics of science also declare that morality, concept of man's moral nature, is an illusion, that it is merely behaviorism or something due to conditioned reflexes or to herd instinct. And this, of course, is a contradiction which must be resolved and must go out. And it will be found as a consequence, what I had the privilege to see and to experience in my mind, that there is a moral law in the universe in which we partake, and which is binding on us, and which is decisive on our future. Now, in the practical aspects, when it is understood that the geophysical laws are quite different, and that this tipping over of the Earth axis has occurred often, suddenly in the past, and will occur again, If the new view is elaborated, and I will not live long enough anymore to do that, it will be understood that the speed of light is not a universal constant as it is now the foundation of science, that it is changeable. And that perhaps 50 years before the next change of axis there will be an increase in the speed of light. And if scientists will work out why and how, then there will be sufficient warning that mankind can prepare itself. Instead of building atom bomb shelters and hydrogen bombs by the millions, we will build provisions of making humanity floatable and to survive this crisis. So it comes again to the age-old concept that truth is the guidance, the hope and the directive of the human mind, and that man must strive to understand and to know the real nature of the world.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, when I found this, I thought, geez, I wonder why the same mindset's still around today in that type of thinking. A lot of word salad in amongst there, but we're going to get, in the speed of light, we're going to find it's going to increase.
Nah. Hasn't changed.
Anybody else get anything out of that guy? No.
That if they should have stopped breeding them back then, we would have been fine now.
He believes the other planets and everything else is okay, but the moon's not what it is. Okay.
I'd like to talk to him now, though.
Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't be around now, though. Obviously, he'd be dead.
But you know, like, get his consensus, like, after the fact of... Because that was obviously before they landed on the moon.
Yeah, 63, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have liked to hear his thoughts and consensus after the fact.
Well, when they did land on the moon, I'd say he would have been still alive. He probably went, nah, it's all CGI. That's all fake.
Yeah, but they didn't have CGI back then. They had... Yeah, well, but not like that.
It's all done in a movie studio. And he brought truth into it. But which truth was he? Was he using the religious truth wording, or was it a scientific truth wording? Yeah. I'd like to find some more stuff about him anywhere on the internet, but that's all I found so far. Interesting character.
Yeah, they're all special people.
Has anyone else got anything random that they want us to throw in? That's Juno's thrown in something called. Is this okay to watch, Juno? It's you put this in tonight by the look of it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's,
okay, we'll leave that one. Anything on the we might make it a moon theme tonight for a couple of videos. Seems the moon theme seems to be starting up tonight. Anyone got anything on the moon? Because I can't do any proper searching. I can... Surf's going to develop an Aussie accent. Listening to too much of them.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so, sir. Because I haven't got subtitles for the...
We've almost got Carly.
He never talks.
Yeah, but his quiet sounds so much closer to an Australian quiet.
Darn this space geek, he had in the backspace everything.
No, I haven't done a lot of homework searching for the last couple of days. I've been setting up Zoom. Now we're running Zoom, the proper one, so that's all sorted. Thanks to the people that helped out with that, and just a couple little tweaks here and there, and pretty well much how it is what we're going to be doing. Not much variation.
I've put something that's related to the moon in bids for homework, Terry.
Oh no! Has anyone had their if anyone's had their dinner, I don't suggest we watch this one.
Oh, I was going to say, whose moon's that?
It's a video. A Wizard of Oz.
Oh, because.
Put your hand up if you want to watch him. If you no hands, you won't get it. You'll get outvoted. Juno will get outvoted not to. Unless the side chat wanna. I don't think the side chat know who we're talking about.
Oh, I think we had enough of them.
If you've watched it, Juno, you may as well just give us an abbreviated summary of what he was going on about.
No, I haven't watched it. I don't make a habit of watching his stuff.
Okay.
I just searched for Flat Earth, Ozzie, Jesus and Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know he has a weird idea about the moon, doesn't he?
He's got a weird idea about everything.
Wasn't there something about giants? And
C4, you are not an Aussie. Don't try to pull that one on us. We know who you are. I'll take your spanner away. Try to pretend you're... Yeah, I seen BM posted a thing called action for video. We could always watch that. He doesn't mind if we put it here. If I can get it somehow. Where is it? Where are you?
Oh yeah, he mentioned that to me.
Did he? Okay then. I'll just give him a quick...
Which, oddly enough, I told him I'd mention it to you.
Well, I don't know if he's around at the moment.
I got one in the homework there. It's the Aussie Flat Earth map.
Yeah.
From Wade's Underworld.
Okay, I'll just wait till I get a... For that. Where have I got to go now? I've got to go back. Oh shit, how do I go back? Oh no, I can't navigate that way. Bugger. Oh. Got a problem.
PM the link to you.
Oh shit. Oh, I can't do it that way. What's Gently saying? I've always wondered what something sounded like. I was reading the side chat.
Who's texting?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have a look.
Who's Ozzy?
I'll be able to tell
It's,
you.
it's not me.
I can tell who's doing what.
I was on mute, so it wasn't me.
My hands are doing something else. It couldn't have been me.
Oh dear.
It's Carl. Blame Carl.
Blame Carl.
It's Carl chatting in the side chat.
Is that what he's doing?
See, when did I not even see a mic beside Carl?
Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna have BM Furball in here in a minute. I'll post him.
Oh, that's important people again.
Yeah, I've got a few important. I got some important people up my sleeve. Ah, shit! Now I've got to figure out how to do that. Sorry, I'm showing the thing. I can't help it. Need a bigger screen, you reckon? Copy. Shit. I can't do what I want to do. It won't let me. I can't make that any smaller. Sorry, Surf, I'm just moving you around a bit.
Whee!
I don't know if that made any difference. Oh, now you can see that. Well, we don't need that in the road. Ah, shit. Ah, bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Yeah, I can't have that. I can't do that, sorry.
Are you talking to yourself again, Terry?
Mucking up. Everything's getting mucked up.
Personal trait, isn't it, Terry?
Oh, who was that?
Hello, Finch.
The magic man.
Right, that sorted that out. Now, why is that still doing that? That's right. I need... why can't I do what I need to do? BM's taking his little puppy dog for a walk. So he might... We can
good
hang...
to see he's got his priorities in order.
Yeah, we can hang around for that.
He's just posted a new link, so it's in the homework.
Yeah. When he comes in, we can play it.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just get it ready. He said sure, but I'll jump in a bit. So we'll let that go. What was I doing? Where was I going? Homework again?
Yep, the homework.
Back into homework. Oh, what you did, John? Yeah, that's BM's thing. Oh, the Wayne's Wonderworld. Yeah, we can do Wayne's Wonderworld thing. Oh, roof, roof. Get him, Fido.
Oh, sorry.
Who let the dogs out?
How'd you find the back door open, Finchy?
Or the breadcrumbs.
Oh, you followed the breadcrumbs, did you? Oh, we'll watch this then. Who's it from? And it goes for a whole 3 minutes 20 seconds. Ways Underworld. The globe Earth was proven long ago. The flat Earth is over. But for those flat Earthers that refuse to see the facts, here's a little observation I did, which shows that Australian flat Earthers are lying to everyone, even if they're not using this map. Okay. Oops, you shouldn't be saying that. That's what you should be saying. Okay. We've got... wait a minute. Stop share. Oh shit, where'd it go? Righto, I'm ready now.
In the Southern Hemisphere should be using this map, and I'm going to tell you why right now. Hi, I'm Wade. I'm not going to state the obvious here about Australian flat earthers. I have another point to make. This is the standard flat earth map. Maybe not all flat earthers adhere to it, but it's the map that's being used to sell the flat earth, so this is where we'll start. Many flat earthers tell me the only reason I keep finding globe earth evidence is because I start out assuming the earth is a globe. So I did a little experiment using my own observations of the earth from Australia, and I assumed the earth was flat. Here's what happened. Firstly, the flat earth movement was born in the Northern Hemisphere. When a flat earther in the north, let's use San Diego because it's the Northern Hemisphere equivalent to my own latitude. When they look at the sun during the northern summer, they see the sun rising near the northeast, curve around their southern sky, and set near the northwest. From this observation and a massive amount of imagination, they reason that they are standing inside the path of the sun as it makes its way around the flat earth. Now, if I use this same logic and make the same observation from my home near Sydney, Australia, during the Southern Hemisphere summer, I see the sun rising from the southeast, curving around my northern sky and setting in the southwest. So, using flat earth reasoning, or lack thereof, I'm also standing inside the path of the sun as it makes its way around the Earth. So the map flat earthers in the southern hemisphere should be using is this one. If they're not, then they're blatantly lying to themselves and to all the flat earthers in the northern hemisphere. If flat earthers here in Australia are real truth seekers, they need to stand up for what their own observations are telling them. Us globe earthers are constantly correcting each other. That's how science is able to have an established working globe earth model. But seriously, flat earthers from the southern hemisphere, you need to communicate properly with the flat earthers in the northern hemisphere. Recently, I did an observation video showing the positions of the sun at sunrise, sunset, and midday. I then had two separate arguments, one with a northern hemisphere flat earther telling me my observations were wrong and the sun is not in the positions I observed, while at the same time I was being told by an Australian flat earther that the sun does that every day and what's the big deal? What the hell? Flat earthers love to preach that science is lying, but flat earthers are lying to each other. This is why they'll never have a working map or model besides the fact the Earth isn't flat. So, to finish off, the reason I see the sun here in Australia taking a different path to the Northern Hemisphere is because the Earth is a globe. There's already a working model that explains it perfectly. So really, flat earthers have no excuse. They expect all these answers from us but never provide any of their own. Thanks for watching. Now, where are those idiotic anti-vaxxers?
I never thought of that before.
He seems good value.
I didn't think of turning the flat Earth map round the other way to make it work for them. Now, why didn't they think of that? Something so obvious. That means the ice wall's the North Pole.
Turn it all back on them.
It's all north. Yeah, okay.
What's his name? Fucking Gigantor tried to do something similar to that recently. As in, work out the best flat Earth and the best position for the flat Earth model.
Yeah, well, they use that flat Earth model, but there's so many flaws in it. Don't hear many of them trying to make up a reasoning why. Just got to take your word for it. Yep, it's flat. It's got a dome. All that sort of stuff. Oh, I got a message from Muddy Crab. He said he's watching us. I don't know if he's in the side chat or not. Who's lurking over there? Oh, we've got a few lurkers. That's okay. Well, that's all I had for tonight.
I suppose we should find another video unless you're going to call it a night.
Well, it depends on how much we can wait for our special guest.
Yeah, well...
I think
that's right. We can't call it a night, can we? So...
Yeah. We can't call it a night if we don't. We have to wait for the special guest.
Right.
Special guest. Celebrity in his own...
experiment.
Yes, he does have a good experiment. I'll be questioning him on that, so we might get a bit of an update about that to see where he's at with that.
You did see he made a bit of a mistake the other day.
No, I did not. Did I miss out on that one?
He might have pushed, when he hit enter, he might have entered negative coordinates instead of positive coordinates.
Yeah, it moved the wrong way. Oh,
yeah.
No. So it wasn't his exterior bulge sticking out the front of his waistline that bumped it this time.
No. It just went the wrong direction and kind of had a bit of a collision.
Yeah.
I have a video that's quite amusing. That's a bit different, but still kind of up the stupid, crazy kind of thing. I'll put it in vids now. We might be able to watch that. I have watched this one, so
Okay.
but not for a long time, so I've forgotten some of it.
Okay.
Uh,
You putting it in homework?
Yeah, I'll put it in now.
Yeah, put in homework. Because our resident editor, I don't know what I'm going to call Rich, because he was usually doing the editing for what we watched in homework. How long's it go for? Have a look.
I don't think it's too long.
6.5 minutes, yeah. That's fine. I'm not sure about the National Geographic thingo on the side. Maybe we might have to pause it every couple of minutes. Unless anyone's got any idea about that. Things like that I'm not sure about.
Well, it's been uploaded by someone else, so it must be all right.
Hey, Terry,
Yeah.
your guest is here.
A guest is here. Do we have a special guest in the house?
Yes.
We do?
Showing on my does.
We don't see his normal Pancake Hero avatar.
It's 'cause I'm not logged in. I forgot to log in.
Nobody
I haven't used
Nobody
Zoom for
will
a
know
while.
who you are. You could be an imposter.
I'm just pretending today.
You're just pretending today. Okay. We could just play. How long does your video go for?
It's like 5 minutes.
Oh, we'll watch that and then we can have a chat. I think it'll be a
Okay.
good idea. Sorry, Juno.
Oh no, that's okay. We can do it another night.
Okay. Well, it's
I'm
not.
just looking at my playlist, and I think I have another one, so I want to check which one was better anyway. So
Okay.
it's funny. So
okay.
We'll do it on Saturday or something.
Well, this is not our scheduled programming night, Furball. It's usually Wednesdays and Saturday nights, and we're almost up and running, almost at 100% with the proper Zoom thing and all the other bells and whistles we need to make this work. Alan,
Nice.
a great help to Alan, and a person called Ozman. He was helping out too, and I'm learning about all the technical side of things with voice meters and OBSs, and it's a lot of stuff for us Aussies to figure out all this technical stuff. Well, watch this. I'll just do a few little clicks here and a click there and a click here. That should be the right one. That's it.
There we go. It's pretty short.
Yeah. Okay. Press that three-sided shape thing here. There we go.
Hey everyone, I've got a special short little video today based on an interview that I did yesterday with Sleeping Warrior, also known as Anthony Riley. I spent 3 hours talking with Anthony Riley about his beliefs and where he gets his science from. One of the questions that I generally ask everybody is what one thing may change your mind, or one thing that you don't quite understand that makes you slightly skeptical of the flat earth. The one thing that came to Anthony's mind was the southern pole stars. A little bit different concept than everybody else has been telling me, because if you remember, Mark Sargent and Ranty Flat Earth both told me that the southern pole stars are the one thing they can't explain. Well, Sleeping Warrior doesn't think we're actually observing the southern pole stars as we do. His doubt is based upon compasses and that they point to magnetic north. Well, magnetic north is not true north, and that doesn't help you find true south. But there are declinations based upon your location that you can correct for on your compass to show you where true north and true south are. This is where Anthony has his doubt, whether we are actually looking north and south as people tell us. We discussed this issue at length, and he agrees that if people in the southern hemisphere are looking at true south and seeing southern pole stars around a center point of rotation, that would be evidence of the globe. But his question is, are they really looking true south? So we discussed at length a way to find where true south is. And here's what we came up with, and here's where I want everybody in the southern hemisphere's help. To determine where true south is, we're going to use the one thing that everybody has access to, the sun. This experiment will require some very, very basic instrumentation. You'll need a stick, a compass, and a camera. So anybody who wants to participate, this is how it's going to happen. On a previously specified day, everyone is going to take their stick or some other vertical device that they have in their vicinity that they can confirm is truly vertical to the ground. And at their local noon, are going to identify the direction of the shadow from that stick. That shadow will be pointing directly true north. With that shadow, they will identify what is true south. That must be marked on the ground or on the pavement or somehow be able to identify, because after sundown, they're going to place a camera on that direct line of south and take a long exposure of the southern pole stars. And if the Earth is a globe, they're all pointing in the same direction at the same center point of rotation, and all of them will have that center of rotation in the center of their image. It doesn't matter where it's at vertical, up and down. All that matters is where that center of rotation is at, left and right. Now, if everybody gets different measurements, then we've got a different topic that we need to discuss further. I believe, and I bet everybody on the globe side would believe, that every single one of those images, if taken properly and using the exact methodology that we're going to be putting out, their images will show a central point of rotation, dead center, left and right in their images. And Anthony told me that if that is the results, he will accept that as proof of the globe. So, if you are in the southern hemisphere, I need your help. Anthony agreed to do this as well. We are going to draw up the exact specifications of how this experiment is going to be done so that everybody does it the exact same way, and that everybody documents it in a way that can be verified. So if you live in the southern hemisphere and you want to participate in this experiment, please look down in the description below for a link for my email. Send me your name and I will add you to a list. Once we get the specifics of the experimentation down that are agreed upon by both sides, we will publish the date we want it to happen and everyone will get their instructions. And in the end, we'll see. Are you looking at the same spot in the southern sky? Or do we live on a pizza? I've got my money on the globe.
So I might need your guys' help. You appear to be in the right location.
You think?
Really?
Really? I don't know.
I might be able
I
to.
might have to get my compass out and have a look.
Yeah, I spent 3 freaking hours talking to not Ranty, to Riley.
Oh,
Last
geez.
minute, Ranty got me hooked up with him. Said, "Hey, I'll interview now. That's fine." And 3 hours. Oh my God! It probably one of the hardest interviews I've ever done, and the closest I've ever come to debating during an interview.
Did you lose brain cells?
Yeah, that's 3 hours of my life I can't get back.
When you made a statement,
him worse. Sorry.
that's all right. When you made a statement today that which is the best way for you to release it, 3 1-hour videos or all in one go, I looked at it and I thought, oh dear, I couldn't watch all of that in 3 hours in one go. It would just do my head in.
I know, and I debated because sitting through the entire thing, I like the thought of it because then you get engrossed in it and you go through it. But with him, I almost need to break it up into 20-minute chunks. But we spent a good 20, 30 minutes total before, during, and after the interview discussing the experiment. And verbally, he agreed to it completely with the parameters that I'm setting up.
Well, he would agree at the time, but wait till it gets further along into it and then see what...
He'll change his mind. Like he always does.
He might move
Yeah,
the
over the last
goalposts.
4 days, we've been texting each other as he's trying to continue to convince me that gravity isn't real and Newton and Einstein disagree with each other and all that kind of stuff. I have sent him my proposal twice, and he has yet to respond.
I think we'll just do it anyway, hey?
Oh yeah, I'm going to do it anyways, because seriously, it is a valid experiment. So there's nothing with the parameters I'm setting up that he can use to argue that you are not actually looking south, because his argument is just silly. He thinks that because of magnetic declination, we are not actually looking south. He thinks that we're adjusting for south and that everyone is actually looking in the same direction. We just think that we're looking south.
So what's the variables that we have to address for it then? That we'll have to address the time, the date, all that.
The only variable is your local noon.
Right.
And I've got a website as part of my instructions laying out exactly what everybody has to do. And there's a website to go to for your local noon to put in your location so that you can, and then I've got a sheet for you to fill out to send back to me.
Right. Can you post that into my Discord when you get a chance, and that'll get out to a few people in.
Yeah, I haven't published it officially yet. I'm trying to run it around to really smart people to make sure that I'm not missing anything.
Yeah. Oh, there should be a few smart people laying around somewhere.
Yeah. Hey Terry, you have a naked Kiri in your chat.
Oh dear, I don't like naked people in my chat.
And then not that I'd complain, but
I don't see a naked person. I wonder where they are.
I see two. Ozman Cometh and Kiri Mac.
Okay, I'll refresh the page. It might show it. Oh, yes, now I do. Yes, we can't have naked people running around.
And Paul Ward.
Oh, and Paul Ward too. Dear, oh dear. Will you stop texting and then I can catch up? Jeez, how do I stop? How do I stop it from moving?
Just scroll up a bit.
Yeah, I'm scrolling.
Scroll up
I'm scrolling. Oh dear.
So my release plan for the interview tomorrow night. So about 24 hours from now, I'll release the first hour, and then the next 2 days after that, same time, an hour each.
Okay.
But yeah, that was longer than I had expected and last minute.
Sorry,
so how's everything going down under?
Oh well, I don't know about me. I've had my own problems setting all this up.
You've been letting the blood go to your head, have you, Terry?
Been what? I've been letting what go to my head?
The blood.
Oh, the blood's gone to my head. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting upside down at the moment.
I have 82 days left in Korea, but not that I'm counting or anything.
And hours, minutes? I reckon you'd be down to the hours and minutes.
I don't know my flight yet, so I can't do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, dear. Well, besides that experiment, I suppose we better get a bit of an update on the other experiment.
Oh, yeah, the Cavendish. So it's ongoing. I could maybe... Can I screen share?
Yeah, you can screen share here.
See if I can. Give me a second. If I die, it's because I'm opening up OBS at the same time. And I'm on a MacBook, so shut up.
Okay. We feel sorry for you.
Careful it doesn't trip over.
So I'm to about a weekend for routine. Damn it. I'm playing fetch with my dog. With introduction, takeaway to get like repeated results. So let's, how do I share screen on here?
And the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Down the bottom. It's got a green thing with an arrow.
Oh, share. There we go. Here we go. Share.
Who's Sam Greaves? I didn't know who that was that popped in here.
All right, let me know when you guys can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we see something.
Okay, I gotta turn on a couple things. Why aren't you guys? For some reason, some of my online stuffs are not. So, right now the weights are in place. And you can see the bottom right is a new camera that I just added. So you can actually see the weights as they come in and out of place. Let's see, before I added the weights in place this time, my resting point was at 8.6.
Could you guys see when I was at full screen when Furball first shared his screen?
That's weird.
Yeah, because I changed it at my end.
Did it switch?
No, I switched it. And I was just wondering if.
All right, I'm gonna reshare.
I don't know if anyone out there can what they see.
Looks fine for me.
Yeah, I'm looking in ABS and it's
a bit low.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And a shot.
Well, what I can do, I can kind of do that. I can change my cameras.
I don't know how to change it in here.
No, it looks.
It looks like it's low.
I can do that.
Looks
that might be work. Or did
Okay.
that? No, that's switched to share content.
But if you look at the laser, said this started at 8.6 before I introduced the weights, and now it's at 9.5, but it's still oscillating.
Oh, yeah, that oscillating's always been the bugger watching that.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, I'm probably going to take the weights away.
Yeah. Might be also the building that you're in.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of variables.
Yeah, well, the oscillation is normal. That's actually what. I read. I hate to say this, but I did not read Cavendish's paper at all before I did this experiment. But I've been reading his paper now, and one of the things he said is that any interference would I don't remember the exact words. Basically, will destroy the results for that run.
Oh.
So that, that's the whole thing. He couldn't go in the room. That's why I'm not going in the room. And Riley's the one who mentioned that to me. He's like, yeah, I can testify to that because I opened that door. I don't have it taped shut. I walk by too hard and it will screw with the experiment. You've got to be very, very, very careful with it. But the biggest thing, everything that he measured was the oscillations.
Oh.
Yep, he measured how far it swung back and forth. And this wire that I'm using will oscillate every 222 seconds, which I think is like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's the oscillation time. So if we sat here and watched this, the time it takes to go left to right to left is 3 minutes, 40 seconds. And regardless if it's swaying 5 millimeters on that or if it's swaying all the way across the room back and forth, it's 3 minutes, 40 seconds. That is the torsion value of the wire. The wire Cavendish used had an oscillation time of 7 minutes. So his wire was a lot looser than mine, so it was more sensitive than mine.
It's also, like, you're in an apartment block, aren't you?
Yeah.
And the building would sway too. People
I'm on the
walking above
5th
you.
floor, so I don't think it would move too much.
Well, there's people moving around below you, above you, beside you.
That wouldn't necessarily cause oscillation in the wire, though. That would cause more of a bounce on the laser, because I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the current status of it. I'm probably going to go onto Ranty's channel in a couple of weeks to give a full presentation of it. both him and Riley were extremely impressed with it. And I showed, it was very funny. I wish I would have gotten video of it. It was after I'd stopped recording for the interview. I wanted to show him this, so I showed him, and I played a video of when I introduced the weights. And we sat there and we looked at the laser. The laser wasn't moving for like 3 minutes. It didn't move. And then I introduced the weights, and it moved. And he was just staring at the screen, dumbstruck that it worked.
There would have been a few moments of cognitive dissonance there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have lasted long before he just poo-pooed it, though.
Yeah. He told me that I need to get rid of that clock because it's causing interference.
Yes, they're already finding the problems.
Yeah. But you know what? That clock doesn't move. The big weights do. And I only see the change when the big weights move.
Oh, so they don't move when the second hand ticks a second.
No, they don't. No, they don't. So if you guys are interested, once I get the paperwork done, I will definitely give it to you, Terry, so you can pass it around on your server.
Yep.
And then anybody that you can think of, South America, Australia, New Zealand, especially if we can find people on like islands in the Pacific, in the Southern Pacific.
Well, we've got a couple of, we've got a New Zealand person that might help if I speak to him.
Yeah.
And we've got a, who else have we got? We've got somebody from South Africa. So
that would be perfect.
So we've got three places covered so far. I don't know
Need
anyone
somebody
in
in
South
America.
No.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
We'll have to find somebody who lives in South America.
You got Rich in Northern Territory, Darwin.
Yeah, we got Darwin. We got a Perth person, haven't we? Yeah, I know
How many
somebody.
people in here are in Vic right now?
Are we going to get Flat Earth Aussie Jesus to have a crack at this?
He'd have to find us.
He's on the most eastern point of Australia.
Well, he'd probably find a way to trip over it.
He'd have to find a
I see one of his videos. He's walking around with a big stick, looking important like a wizard.
Yeah. He wouldn't know
Yep,
how to
he's,
hold it vertical.
He's really a flat earth Aussie wizard.
Got Jen's in the YouTube sub chat. She's from Perth.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting me come in here and chill for a little bit, but I'm going to start getting ready for bed. It's about 9:40 for me.
Yeah, it's getting to about 20 to 11 here. This was only just going to be a random hang, so thanks for dropping by anyway, Ferdy.
Yeah. I'll try and see if I can stop by on Saturday night.
Yeah, same. Yeah, from 9 o'clock onwards, we have a bit of a get together.
Good on you, mate.
All right. Well, you all have a good evening.
Okay.
You
Good
too.
night.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Ah. There we go. I told you we had a special guest.
Excellent.
I'm still trying to work out who Sam Groves is. It's in the
Finch.
It's in here. Now that's tricking me when you do that. Because you didn't find the link from the special place, I know that.
I know, but I am more of a wizard than Flat Earth Aussie Jesus.
You're more of a wizard.
Blame me on that, Terry. I threw in the line.
Yeah, that's okay. I prefer it through PM than just displayed straight onto Discord.
It was in the special place.
Yes. I should actually give him that role, Finchy. I'm only just putting them in as I go. There you go. I'll give you the link, the key to the special place. There you go. You got a special key.
When you enter the special place, you need a torch though. So you can turn it on. It gets a bit dark in there.
It gets a bit dark.
Flashlight.
Yeah. You just have to
Alright, I can
feel
see
your
now.
way. You have to feel your way around.
Oh, you're making it sound like a. I'm not going to say that.
I didn't say anything. Well, we might leave it there. I think if anyone else doesn't have anything else to add, we'll we'll call it blah. Well, we haven't got the soundboard to fill in the gaps sort of thing. I haven't got a soundboard.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
No Alan tonight either.
No Alan. Yeah. I don't know what's today. Thursday. No, he would have been doing his special thing.
Would have been
Was
playing
it in
with
a
his new
special
toy.
place?
Oh yeah, he's got a new toy. But yeah, Thursdays he goes out for an outing, so we might not see him till what time is it over there in that land? No, we won't see him for another couple of hours yet, so it won't be till about 1 o'clock here. I'm not hanging around till that long. So
He'll come on and start boasting. I've got fast internet.
yeah. Now I can stream. Now I can do this. Now I can do that. Thanks guys for dropping in and hanging out for a little while, and
I'm just glad you've got everything sorted now, Terry.
Well, I
just
winged
sounds
it.
like
I winged it tonight. And
you did it without Alan too.
Yeah, I managed to get the sound to come through to YouTube. Because I don't know how Alan did it, but on the last one we did last night, we were playing the video, and everybody was trying to talk with the video playing, and the sound didn't like it, so I had to mute everyone while the video was going. But this time, we were able to talk through the video, still hear the video in here, and hear it out there. And I'm thinking, well, what did I press?
Alan set it up last night. When you muted OBS, it muted the stream from hearing us, but we could still talk to each other in Zoom.
Yeah, but now we
Save that file. Save that file.
I don't know how to save what I've got it at now.
Take screenshots.
I said last night that dumb luck plays a role and it's a variable.
Well, I'll take a couple of screenshots of the settings of window, and then I'll put them in a saved folder that I'm saving to, because for some reason my whole
Any setup files you need, put them in there.
A thingamabob folder.
Yeah, I'll have to name it something.
Yeah, the oops butts maybes. That's what you should call it.
Well, I've got to do all this saving for some reason. Somebody's commanded me to do so. I'm going through all my pictures and files and throwing all that stuff out in me. Well, I'm not using a skip bin. I'm using an industrial skip bin in the rubbish bin.
Yeah. Well, I'd tell you that save yourself some time.
But it's already been
It also
emptied.
involves saving.
It's already been emptied once. This big bin.
His rubbish bin was 50 gig.
Well, I had a lot of rubbish.
Oh, you should have seen me. I cleared out one of my a game catch folder, and it had 250 gigabytes of files.
Oh, jeez.
That I hadn't used for about 3 years. I'd always be wondering why half the space was gone on my computer.
I was always wondering why my recycle bin was never warning me that it was full. Yeah, just kept throwing it in there.
It's normally set to like 10% of the actual hard drive.
Oh, here we go again. Now I've just realised there's a
what's
big
10% of 1 terabyte?
50 gig.
No.
That worked out.
That's 5%. No, wait.
5%.
Oh, fuck. I'll screw myself over here.
100 gig.
This is why I don't do maths anymore.
But he's only got 8 gig of RAM, so he's doing a lot of caching between the CPU, the RAM, the hard drive.
And we're not buffering or jumping or anything tonight, so the link's good and the internet's good, so we'll thank for that. Okay then. Say goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Farewell.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for dropping
Say-
by.
Mom and Dad. and
Say
Daddy.
goodbye, everybody.
No.
Oh.